Warning, the following video contains strong language which may be offensive to some viewers and or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Welcome to Everythin Yet Nothin. Here's a hillbilly in eyeshadow who's looking fabulous and talking about anything yet something. Get ready to chew on a blade of sweet grass and talk about a variety of LGBTQ topics to the lifestyle of a gay hillbilly. Watch out, folks. These hills don't just got eyes. They got themselves a vodcast. Now, here's T-Roy.
Hey, welcome to Everything Yet Nothing. We have an absolutely freaking kick-ass show tonight. I have so many people coming on. This is Veterans Night. And of course, I'm sure that everybody knows what a veteran is and did. And we're going to show them some celebration and thanks for doing what they've done. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here right now. And I think a lot of individuals, whenever a lot of our people came back in some years, got mistreated, and they shouldn't have got mistreated because, like I said, if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here. And that's changed a little bit, but I still want to put it out there. If you know a veteran, go up to him and say, hey, thanks, because they're going to appreciate that more than anything else in the world, especially if they're older. I definitely stand for veterans because I've had family members that are veterans and still are in service and fighting for us. So I got an individual here that has had some family members, and then I have some other individuals. I have another one that's going to be kind of like co-hosting because he knows the other one. So it's like, I have so many co-hosts tonight. And
I'm so confused.
They don't even know. He's not even here.
Man.
He's so confused. He's like,
what the hell, man?
Sorry, man. You better back it up because
I don't know why my eyes always look like that, guys. I'm not always
always.
What
up? I tell him, I'm like, babe, you look so screwed up. Of course, I didn't say screwed up, but I want to try to keep it good and clean. But we don't have to. It's totally an adult show. So if I want to say fuck, shit, damn, hell, I can. And it's okay. So for those of you that are going to watch, this is going to be an adult show. Just in case somebody wants to speak freely and be who they are and get the word out.
Love you, Teresa.
We're going to go deep in some conversation. And I can't wait because I'm so excited to have especially one on here that is going to be on actually next month. And it's going to be part of his story and part of his life, of course. I'm going to talk to him some more because I have an idea that I think he might like doing. So I'll bring that up whenever I bring him out. We are waiting for an individual to pop on. Hopefully he can make it. And if not, then there's always next time. Yeah, GMFD. I got you, bro. I'm sure. I told him, I was like, yeah, he is going to be spewing the F-bomb here, F-bomb there. And yeah,
that's in our back.
There he is. Oh, hey. What?
That's my private chat. So no one's what that says.
Never mind. I didn't say anything. I didn't say DFMG. What are you doing, Damien? Look at your face. I'm telling you. Oh, there he is. Oh my God, it's going to be one hell of a show. Yay! So this last week has been kind of busy. Those of you that don't know, me and my co-host Damien Porfirio have a radio show every Tuesday morning from 11 until 1. And it's freaking fabulous. 70s, 80s, 90s rock and soon to be country.
And you can catch that on krbcmediagroup.org or the Live 365 app. Look, KRBC.
Yeah. I keep on forgetting that's what it is. I'm horrible. I'm telling you, I'm horrible. So yeah, it was a fabulous show. I know, it's like, yeah, I'm kind of hollow. I've been trying to lose weight, so I figured, well, might as well cut this part of my body off and go with it. You know, it's like, ooh, look at that. I am so skinny. Yeah, I'll take my shirt off later because you can't see nothing. So, oh, I can't wait. Anyways, it's supposed to snow. No. It's supposed to snow tonight.
They've already canceled schools.
Yeah.
In Branson.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Already? Shit. Whenever I was in school, that was not happening.
Hey,
we had to go.
I just called
bring
Chip
sleet of
on
snow.
accident.
Hi,
I was
Chipster.
And I would hit back, and then I
Tapatina.
called him.
Yeah. And so, for those of you that don't know, we do have an audience, and audiences will ask questions and give us some comments every once in a while. So, if you want people to watch us too, they can go to wlfe-db.com or radio, and you can also go to Everything Nothin Facebook page, and it will be live right there, right now. So
Right here, right now?
Right here, right now.
We don't have the rights to that song.
There, how's that? I'm gonna oh my god.
You look like you're clutching your pearls all night. That is so exciting! Oh my god!
Oh my god! Stop it! So, anything? You have anything? Oh, and we also have, let's see, we have Jason, which is a veteran, and he will be talking about some stuff that he has went through and what he stands for. And we have Mr. Chris Sharp, which has had individuals from his family. And what? And
messed up.
Oh, okay. And so we're going to be talking about how it is to have veterans in your family. Like, I'm kind of interested in what he has to say, what he remembers. I think it's really cool because I want to bring some good stuff up. And what?
Jeremy said pearl.
Oh my god. And Mr. Damien Porfirio will be here, and he stands for a lot of stuff that, he fights for a lot of good rights in his actions, everyday life. And I definitely want to put that out there because...
But he quit fighting for his right to party.
Oh, well, it
Yeah,
happens. Did you hear that, Damien? You need to, tell him, punk, whoop his ass. And so, yeah, we'll definitely be talking to him and getting his opinions on some stuff that I think that maybe it'll touch somebody and open your eyes and change your mind. If not, then you got a problem. So, we are going to get started. We're still waiting for a guest. Hopefully he can make it on. And, but yeah, you ready, my love? Okay, well, first...
Are you going to bring the first veteran on first?
Yes. First, we're going to have Jason on to speak with us for a few minutes. Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. See you later. Bye.
Yeah. It's a home studio. We got all that fancy.
Yeah. Home studio. Whatever. We are in the woods or wherever we are. This is Mr. Jason. Hello, Jason.
We're in the Botanical Gardens.
You are a veteran.
Yep.
And where did you serve?
I was a combat medic in the United States Army from 1996 to 1999 at Walter Reed Army Medical Center in Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. How many years ago was that you served? Exactly.
23.
23,
yeah.
Well, that's some time ago.
Yeah, it was a time ago. And before then, I was a Navy brat. My dad was a career Navy, so I spent over half of my life in the military.
Oh, wow. How was that?
I don't know what else to compare it to. I mean, the way you all grew up, same same kids
Boring.
all through school from grade school on up like that. I went to 14 different schools growing up and never lived in one place more than 3 years of my life until I got out of the military. So I just don't know any other way to live. So like what my kids are going through now, they don't have any idea what it was like to have to keep moving and always be the new kid. And
Right.
then we had the wars going on. The Persian Gulf War was going on, so my dad was gone for almost 3 years.
Oh wow.
So yeah, it was.
So you had some good and you had some bad with it, right?
Yeah. I grew up in Japan. Graduated from high
Nice.
school out there. Lived in Spain for a couple months before I went into the army, and bounced around all over the United States too. So I got to see a lot, do a lot. I swam on both sides of the Atlantic and I swam on both sides of the Pacific Ocean.
Oh wow. Which one do you like the best?
I'm always partial to the Pacific Ocean. I don't know why. Maybe because it's bigger.
Wow, yeah. You have way more to swim.
Although the
than
waters
you,
in the Gulf of Mexico and Southern Atlantic are really nice.
Sweet. So was there someone that you were like going in to serve, like a dad, grandpa that was in the family?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, this was almost a family tradition. At least now 4 generations of my family straight have served in the military.
Oh wow.
My grandfather served in World War II. He was on one of the first ships to go into Tokyo Bay after Japan surrendered. My dad served. My uncle served. 2 of my nephews are currently serving right now. So, hopefully one of my kids will serve too. So,
Yeah.
It's just part of the family and how we grew up, the military life.
Well, that's kind of cool, I mean, it's nice to carry something on, especially something that you can have so much pride for.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what was the hardest part?
Coming back to civilian. Well, for a lot of people, coming back to civilian life is really hard. I never experienced civilian life really. So for me, transitioning from the military to civilian life was probably one of the hardest things I've ever done. Just because the mentality is radically different, the culture is different. The way we talk to each other is a lot different too. You get a bunch of guys who are in the military. Every other word is the F word, and
gotta love that word,
motherfucker. Yeah, it's like
MFR.
Yeah, so it's we just talk differently amongst ourselves. Humor's a lot different too. But also the camaraderie and brotherhood and sisterhood there is something that I miss a lot from the military. And one of the projects I'm doing is called Dungeons and Dog Tags, where I'm bringing Dungeons and Dragons to our veterans in active duty.
Nice.
And we're doing online games, and we just recently sent a care package overseas to the Sandbox with Dungeons and Dragons books and dice, so they can set up in-person games
heck
over
yeah,
there.
That's gonna be freaking awesome
for our troops that are overseas right now. So, but yeah, we established a place where it's veterans only, playing Dungeons and Dragons, and it's a chance for us to reconnect with each other and have that camaraderie again, in a fantasy world, with similar struggles of, trying to survive and fight and stuff like that. And it's a lot of fun, and it's helped me out quite a bit too mentally, because it's nice to know that there's other guys and women out there going through the same shit that I'm going through,
right,
and the same struggles and all that. And so it's nice to be able to know I can talk to any one of them if I'm having a shitty day.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Or vice versa. I mean, through Christmas time, I helped a couple of guys through Christmas holidays that were having it really rough. And so it's, a two-way street.
Right. And it's a lot for you to do that. But, we need more of you out here in this world, so that way, everybody can reach out and help each other, on awareness, and no matter what it is. I think that you've been doing an awesome job.
Yeah, I mean,
For
that's one
sure.
thing I
And
push
thank
on my
you for
show.
serving because
Yeah.
it means a lot to me.
Yeah, that's one thing I push a lot on the show, on the games, is mental health awareness and support, because the only way to end the stigma is through education.
Right.
People becoming
Right.
educated about mental health
Absolutely.
and
Yeah.
mental illnesses.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So,
So, what was the greatest thing during your experiences of serving?
um, boy, that's a long list, because
Give me the
for
best
me,
one.
yeah, actually going on leave when I was first in the Army, I got to go on leave and take a course my dad was teaching to the military. Now he was out, but that was the closest I got to serving at the same time he was being able to go to this computer course that he taught
Yeah.
out in San Diego when I was on leave. And so I got to go in uniform and everything like that. And that was really cool. Um, we had the opportunity to meet Senator Bob Dole. He
Oh,
was a
wow.
captain in the Army
Yeah.
and combat wounded. And he'd go to Walter Reed for his treatment, and then of course we'd have President Clinton come through every now and again too, because we had the children's ward up there. So you'd go up there and visit that, or
Gotcha.
visit the vets, kind of photo op stuff. But it was really cool to be in DC. I wouldn't want to live there ever again, but it was a really cool place to visit. Just the history, the
Oh,
founding of
yeah.
our country,
Definitely. I would love to go out there.
Arlington Cemetery. Yeah, I mean, the Vietnam Memorial, all these great things that they have there, the museums and everything like that. So some really cool stuff. And to be able to serve in our nation's capital was an honor too.
I bet. Yeah.
One of the most premier Army hospital in the world. And I worked ER and ambulance and air medical evacuation, air evac doing that when I was a combat medic. So
yeah,
we also had some messes too.
Yeah.
Probably the worst was the embassy bombings of Kenya and Tanzania, where two twin bombs went off, one in one country, one in the other.
Oh, wow.
Within an hour of each other.
Holy cow.
And the military brought back the civilian casualties from those two bombings because they had no hospitals there that could treat them. And so the military on its own dime did this. And that was just one of those things I was real proud to be. I was one of the medics that the head medic taking the patients back from Andrews Air Force Base to Walter Reed, on transports and stuff like that. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. That is pretty cool. Like, sounds like you've definitely lived your life and got to see some of the world that a lot of people don't get to see. And
party in Tokyo.
Hey, partying up in Tokyo. Yeah. So how was that?
Spain. Oh man, it was
Southern
wild.
Spain.
Southern Spain. Now that's where the Europeans go for vacation, not like Acapulco and stuff like that. They go to southern Spain, where it's wine country. It is so cool. They got these bodegas there in Spain where they use gas pumps for the dispensed wine. That's how much wine people drink in a week. You just drive up and you buy it by the liter and you bring your own jug, and they got these gas pumps and they just fill up the wine jugs, for the week's worth of wine.
Hell yeah.
But they had such good
nice.
wine.
Like, holy cow.
Yeah. And I'm not a wine drinker, but Spanish wine is unreal.
Yeah, I've never had it, so I like my sweet wine. So
you would love Spanish wine then,
yeah,
because it doesn't have that alcohol taste to it. It has more of a fruit taste to it.
I can't do the whole alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah, my drink of choice back in the day was straight vodka, and I can't do anything near that because I'm just like, it kills me.
Yeah, I kill a lot of stuff.
So whenever you came back, how easy was it? You said something about it not being easy coming back because you had to
culture.
Learn
Culture is different.
So how did people treat you? Like on the whole, like respect. Did people respect you? Did they treat you like shit? For the most part, most people didn't know I was a vet for the longest time too. Not that I hid it or anything like that. It just,
I bounced around the country a lot. I mean, at the time I was going through bipolar, really having some of the worst symptoms of my bipolar,
Yeah.
and was still trying to figure that out with the diagnosis and the medication. I mean, it took almost 20
Right.
years for them to get the medication to work,
Oh yeah.
of trial and error. And so it was during that time, it was really rough because I was just completely disconnected from everything I knew.
Right.
I didn't even have the familiarity of going to my hometown or anything like
Wow.
that, which would have been any military base. So I couldn't go where I used to grow up at, my friends, all my identity was in the military, and then to have that yanked out from under me, and then to suffer from bipolar on top of that, it was some of the roughest times of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you're coping with it, and
Yeah.
you're teaching yourself. That's all we can do is teach ourselves how to deal with it, and So How do you deal with it? Like,
well,
is there meditation? Do you like
a
do
little
certain
bit of
things?
everything. See,
Dungeons, Dragons.
Yeah. See, the thing about it is there's no silver bullet.
Right.
Medication's not a silver bullet.
No.
Diet, exercise, all that.
Right.
But altogether, all those components of medication, whether you take it or not, or if you use alternative medications, however you do that, you have that, you have diet, you have exercise, you have sun exposure, you have therapy. All these little tools all together add up to your whole care plan
Right.
of how you take care of yourself. And so it's not any one thing, but just several small things working together to help out. And that's what
nice.
Took the longest time to figure out. I was looking for a silver bullet,
Oh yeah.
the right medication to do that.
Is,
the easy way out. And that's unfortunately when it comes to mental illness, there is no easy way out.
No, there's not. We just cope with it, deal with it the best way we know how,
and then learn to thrive with it.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the final step, is the learning to thrive, because survival isn't enough.
Exactly. Take the negative out of it, put some positive in it, turn it into something positive to where you can accept it and just make yourself better, because there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes we got to check ourselves, and that's one of the things that I think a lot of people deal with. And I could just imagine what you had to go through after going through what you had to go through. Then I can just fathom. I mean, just I wouldn't be able to do it myself. I don't really think that I could, because
you'd be surprised with what you can, when your back is against the wall, what you're able to do.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Now I could defend myself if I have to defend myself.
Yeah.
Like if I can't have to come down to it, yeah. But still, like I bet it was hard to do what you had to do.
Yeah, and I made a lot of bad mistakes too. I mean, a lot of bad choices and stuff, and I'm just surprised I'm still here, despite some of the decisions I made. Some of the, and of course I made some good ones too. Some things I'm glad I did.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. So yeah, it's a mixed bag. I mean, and you got to take the good with the bad. You just can't.
Oh yeah, I always say there's no good without the bad, and there ain't no bad without the good.
Exactly.
I mean, that's just life.
Yeah, and you got to learn how to live with it too.
Yeah.
Live with the mistakes that you've made, the people that you've hurt, and stuff like that.
Well, yeah, I mean, we got to forgive ourselves, and it's not easy to find the ways to forgive ourselves whenever it's certain things that we do or whatever go through. It's not easy whatsoever, but I have kind of found a circle, so it does help to find a circle. I didn't go nearly through most of your stuff that you went through, so I can just I don't know what to say, because I'm just shocked that you're still here and you're still talking and you're out here telling your story. And
well, there's a lot of guys out there,
a lot of people,
but there's also a lot of guys out there who aren't talking or who can't, and somebody's got to speak up for them.
Absolutely. And I'm glad that
or the 22 a day, which is the 22 veterans who commit suicide every day too. And so we need to be aware of that and not be afraid to ask the hard questions about suicide when you suspect somebody of thinking about it, which is flat out asking them, are you suicidal? Are you thinking about hurting yourself? Because the thing that's been studied over and over again is that will not trigger somebody to commit suicide. Asking them flat out,
no,
it has never happened.
No.
However, not saying something can be just as bad as saying, go ahead and pull the trigger.
Right. But yeah.
You know, because if you think something's wrong, you don't want to be the one at the funeral saying, I wish I said something. I wish I had listened to my gut.
Right. And definitely listen to your guts, no matter who you are. Listen to yourself. And like you said, reach out, ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions, you know. And if you are suicidal and you're going through stuff and you need to reach out, don't fear reaching out, because that's what we got to do. That's what you got to do your stuff. Go on with your life, you know, walk your path that you need to be walking. And, you know, that's about the one thing that I can think of. And
well, the other thing I say is don't let it get to a point where it is a crisis.
Right.
Yes, you can always go anywhere, 911, ER, anything like that if it becomes a crisis, but don't let it get that bad. Don't let it get that far.
Yeah.
Get help early. Get help often. You know, be your own advocate. If you're not getting the support you need, you know, shout for it and demand that you get it. Because nobody's going to advocate for you more than you do for yourself.
Right. Right. So would you picture where you are if somebody needs to reach out to you? You mentioned dog tags and
if you go to thebipolardm.com, that'll get you everything. So I do Dungeons and Dog Tags, my other shows, all that stuff there. So it's thebipolardm.com, and that'll get you plugged in everywhere.
Cool. There you go, and there you have it. Thank you again for coming on and sharing your story. I really appreciate it, and I'm sure that there's a lot of people out there that appreciate it too.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely. And I am going to pull out
commercial first.
Commercial, and then after these messages, I am going to pull out Mr. Damien Porfirio and Chris Sharp. Hey, and welcome back to Everything Yet Nothing.
Oh, well, thank you.
Oh, I wasn't talking to you. But hey, I'll talk to you now, babe. Welcome back, honey. Welcome back, Kevin. How are you today?
I'm good.
Get over yourself.
Get off of me. Let's go, Chris.
Okay, so next we are going to pull out Mr. Chris Sharp. What's up,
Hey,
Mr.
how you?
Chris?
Hey, man, what are you guys doing, man?
Chill.
Oh, you got this.
How we doing?
Yeah, it's all jacked up. Oh,
There
I
we
am.
go.
How about that?
So good.
Now you can see everything. Almost too much. I really need like a safety pin or something put here.
Oh, mister.
You know.
So, how you doing? Hi, I'm Kevin. Nice to meet you.
This is Kevin. This is Chris.
My name's Sharpie. Chris Sharp.
Sharpie. I like that, Mr. Sharpie.
I enjoy listening to the last gentleman. What was his name?
Jason.
It was very good. I talked to my grandfather for many years, and I've heard a lot of that kind of the same stuff that he was saying. So I can definitely relate with some of this. I never served, but you know what I mean.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, you still had family members, and they did it for you. You know. So
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You still did it. So, what are some of the things that you remember your grandpa talking about? My
grandfather didn't talk much, but when he did, you knew what he meant. You know, he had a way with being extremely straight to the point, and I think that a lot of that came from him serving.
Right.
You know, I heard stories of my dad having to, you know, scrub the bathroom with toothbrushes. You know, and that's kind of the way that, you know, my father was raised. You know.
Yeah.
Very militant. You know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So whenever, I mean, do you believe that he came back with baggage?
You know, I guarantee you he did. But my grandfather was very good at hiding the bad.
Yeah.
He was very good at that. And he would always give me advice where it was very short and to the point. You know, he would say, if something's not working, change it.
Yeah.
You know? He said that's what they trained me, you know. If that approach isn't working, come from this angle. You know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He was a good man.
It sounds like it really does. Sounds like he was nice and firm, and you know, I like that.
He was an amazing man. He passed away with I believe it was liver cancer. He just decided that he just didn't want to live on a machine, you know. So
yeah. I mean, you know, I can't blame you.
Yeah.
Everybody has their own ways of stuff, and if that's the way he felt,
I don't want to be on a machine.
He served his life, so he had a right to.
Yeah. I have so many stories, and I mean, every one of us have stories about, you know, our grandparents, and the ones that can remember those, you know, vividly are the ones who are truly blessed. And I remember my grandpa, you know, when it's so funny. My brother choked on a fish bone. You know, he was choking on a fish bone at the dinner table. Well, my grandpa said that makes you a pansy, you know. And oh my God, you should have saw my dad. My dad was so upset, you know, because my grandpa had no compassion, like for my brother choking on that fish bone. And
oh my God.
it's just zero compassion.
Well, that's a nice grandpa.
Yeah, or what was the other one? The can of Spam. Don't ever touch grandpa's can of Spam, you know.
Right. Oh yeah, I can. Been there and done that. Yeah.
Exactly.
The old sea rations. World War II sea rations were Spam.
Oh really?
Yeah, so that's what he was eating, is like the old sea rations from World War II.
Yeah. Oh, it's sea rations.
Well, that makes sense because that's
From
also why spam is
World
such
War
a staple in Hawaii.
II,
Yeah, because that's what the military had to trade on the economy was cans of spam.
which
Yeah.
was spam, right? Is that
I don't even know what the hell they call it other than Uncle Sam.
Uncle Sam?
I mean, my grandfather was mad if you ate his spam. I mean, real life, dude. Like,
Oh yeah,
and
That stuff's good though, with some cheese and some Miracle Whip.
man, you fry it up on the skillets like bacon, baby. It's good stuff, man.
It's really good stuff. Absolutely good stuff.
And that's why you call it Everything Yet Nothing, because you never know what's going to be.
You never know what you're
We
gonna
go
get.
from military to spam.
Spam recipes.
Yeah,
It just reminds me of my grandfather, you know, and how militant he was about. He knew exactly what was in his pantry. You know, he knew how many cans of everything, and he was all about survival. You know,
Yep.
like you know, he was about let's save some money, you know, because we might need this later. And and that's just how my grandpa was. He's the best, man. I mean, I miss him so much, you know.
Awesome.
Do you know how many years he served?
40.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
And where did he serve?
What brand?
Oh man, everywhere. He was actually a air conditioning engineer for airplanes, I believe. Was his what he told me was his main priority. And they would send him to Japan and Australia, or all kinds of crazy. I heard all kinds of crazy stories. I think my father was born in Tokyo, I believe.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because that's where he was stationed at the time.
Nice. I'll be dang. Yeah. So did he take, of course, your mom with him and everybody go, or
yes,
grandma?
Yeah. There was my dad had 2 brothers and 1 sister, and they were all born in different areas because he was stationed and then moved and moved and moved.
Right. Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. See, I wondered how that worked because I mean I'm not there, kind of thing, but you know, it's kind of nice that the family got to go with. You know.
Yeah, he my dad told me stories of, you know, being in different countries and, you know, trying to fit in, you know, and and saying, you know, you had to learn their language, you know, and it's crazy if we're hearing it from my dad. My dad said something about like tsunamis hitting, you know, and like seeing trees go straight through buildings, you know.
Yeah.
And he said that it's just you just don't see a lot of that kind of stuff in America, is what my dad says, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I watched it on TV and it's like, oh my goodness, I do not want to go through a tsunami. I'm just saying.
So my grandfather, when he retired, he cut a hole in a hill. So he bought this land, and he in the hillside, he cut a hole in there and built a house on the inside of this hill. And he poured the concrete himself. He did the framing himself and everything, and built this whole house, you know. And so my whole childhood was, you know, he had already retired and all that stuff, you know.
Yeah. That's cool.
You're just gonna click him on without saying.
Hey, yo, Damien, are you picking your nose or something?
What?
Are you picking your nose?
Wait, when did you put me in the show? I'm sitting here
just
like
now,
this, bro.
Yeah, you're all like,
wait, how long have I been in here?
For the last 12 minutes. Oh yeah, 10, 15
What?
minutes.
No one in it. No one. You just said you're bringing on Chris Sharp. Hey, Sharpie.
I mean, that kind of like looks funky. I'm just saying, bro.
What's that? Oh, I had no idea I was in there. I would have been talking. I'm building.
No, it was literally you've only been on for like roughly like 10 seconds now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. I thought, okay.
Yeah.
Thought you were for
I
real,
did it on purpose. I was like, oh, I'm gonna so do this.
What's up, Sharpie? How are you doing, buddy?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm good, man. I've been busy. So I was talking to Sharpie on the phone the other day, and I was doing some dishes, and then I forgot what happened. What happened when I was on the phone? I was like,
Gravy.
I'm about to have a fucking meltdown. What happened
The
though?
gravy, bro. The gravy
Yeah,
like burnt
I
or
burnt
something,
great.
bro.
No, dude,
Oh,
it was the
what?
straw. It was the straw that broke the camel's back. Like it was just a long.
Dude, he was
The week's
over
been
it.
crazy, and we've been like really trying to. We've been fighting off the demons, because we're not gonna let that shit win. But then I burnt the gravy, and when I burnt the gravy, I was just like, that was it. But I'm fine now. I'm better.
He's just like, I
Hey,
gotta get off the
Jason, I don't
phone.
know. Huh?
You're like, I gotta get off the phone, dude. I can't handle this.
Yeah. No, I literally told him, I was just like, dude, I'm about to have a meltdown. I just can't do this right now.
I wish I would have been there to record this shit.
Oh no, my security cameras probably recorded me ripping my hair out. Now, anyway, this is to Jason. Thank you for your service, Jason. I know that kind of stuff could be rough. Man, my brother, he had his surgeries done in Walter Reed. And that's where they did, and actually it was an unapproved breakthrough surgery that they did on his pancreas. And for those that don't know, I'll make a long story short. My brother was shot 3 times in the back while serving in Afghanistan. He was working inside of a military installation, and his job, he was in the 88th Squadron in the Air Force. And he was a combat nerd. So his job was to do comlink and, satellite communications and to bring stability to Afghanistan through internet and phone structures and all that stuff. Well, he was responsible for training a couple of these Pakistani guys, and they were also, I think, translators probably. And for what he has, the guy that shot him, I'm pretty sure he has like a picture with him, I don't know. I wouldn't even want to see it if he did, anymore. But this guy shot him in the back 3 times because the Taliban, they got a hold of him and they said, hey, either you attack the Americans or we'll kill your whole family. And, and here's the thing though, and I'm not going to say this lightly, what I'm about to say. So I actually had people, it felt like they were defending the situation. They're like, well, that's horrible, but oh man, it has to be hard. They said they would kill their whole family. I mean, what would you do? And do from the bottom of my heart what I would do if I was in that same situation? If someone came to me and said, either you kill that person, that innocent person, or we're going to kill your whole family, I'm going to sit down with my 2 kids and my wife, and I'm going to say, here's the deal, girls. We all might die, but we are going to fight until the death, and that's just how it's going to be. Because look,
right.
anyone that kills an innocent person, he was a coward. He was a coward. He's a man that deserves no recognition, no funeral. We've never even spoke his name. So, but dude, so my brother was shot 3 times in the back. He didn't die. I mean, he was shot with an AR-15 3 times in the back at point blank range. It somehow missed his spine. It missed all of his major organs except for his stomach, his pancreas, and his large intestines. He lost 60% of his stomach, 70% of his large intestine, and like 90% of his pancreas.
Wow.
Everything. Well, he was in Walter Reed for maybe, I don't know, months. There was a doctor, Dr. Camilio Ricordi. He's an Italian guy, and he's an amazing surgeon. There were some experimental surgeries where they said he's probably going to die anyway. So can we use his body to experiment and basically see, hey, if it works, he survives, awesome. And if he dies, well, most likely he's going to die. Well, they took his pancreas out and they flew what was left of it to some other clinic down in Miami, Florida, while my brother was in Walter Reed. So he's living without his pancreas, on a machine. And within a few days, they grew islet cells, and they regenerated his pancreas essentially. But not to grow it back, they made this type of soup. I don't know how to explain it. And they inserted that into his body. And my brother was living without a pancreas, and he was not diabetic. So anyone that knows, if you don't have a pancreas or your pancreas is damaged, you're going to be a diabetic, most likely. But the way that they did the surgery, he actually wasn't diabetic. And he started recovering, and he recovered for almost 1 year. He was shot in Missouri, actually, in Sikeston, Missouri. He left the hospital against their wishes. this is after all the amazing surgeries. And I mean, dude, he was coherent. He could walk. I would talk to him on the phone, and he was honestly happy-go-lucky. I mean, his voice was a little messed up, but he's like, anyway, his wife at the time she was pregnant and was about to have a baby, and she had just it was terrible. Had just gotten pregnant and everything, but it was 2 days before Thanksgiving. He wanted to visit some of his people that he served with here in Sikeston, Missouri, and he just laid down and went to sleep and never woke up. And they said it was due most likely to complications from lack of organs and a lot of damage. So I've never actually shared that really on your show. So, but that is the story of what happened to my brother. Now he's buried actually in the Veterans Cemetery in Knoxville, Tennessee. And when we were kids, we used to play in that cemetery. My father would take us there to honor the veterans. Literally, we would go to church, and then he would take us to the hill, and he would say, hey, those are all the people that this is why you're free, and this is why you're an American and why you're a patriot. And so we would play in that cemetery. So yeah, it's kind of neat. So I mean, I've visited there, and it's not eerie, it's not sad. It's a very proud thing, even though I know that he's not here anymore. Right. What he did, he laid down his life, and we learned so much through the surgeries that they performed on him. Yeah. And it was cool. It's really cool. He left a legacy. And last thing, he's in the Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum.
What?
So,
really?
And someone even drew a comic character. Yeah. I don't know if it's still displayed at the one in Branson. It was, and definitely in Tennessee. I mean, in Pigeon Forge. But I can show you online. Someone did a little cartoon comic character and kind of told his story in comic form, and the story and the art made it into Ripley's. It was really freaking awesome. Oh, so cool. one day I'm going to get the t-shirts printed. Yeah, I'm going to get the t-shirts of every page of the comic, But
if I would have known that 2 years ago, I could have went in there and checked it out, because that's where I went in Tennessee, was Pigeon Forge.
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, shoot, you'll travel there again. I know that we probably will with all this stuff going on. So yeah, let's go out there. We'll go hit it up. Yeah. Sharpie, you can bring the guitar. I'll bring some bongos.
Heck yeah, bro. Oh, hey, funny story. When I came back from engineering in Nashville, I went into the bar to get loaded because I was really upset with my life, and I didn't know where I was going. I was having this identity crisis. I was freaking out, So I went to the bar, VFW post 4207, and I was having a bad day, and the bartender gave me a job, and I bartended at 4207 for over a year. And I served a lot of patrons, man. And those guys are a great time, man.
They are absolutely.
That's awesome, man.
The VFW in Marionville, or Aurora, Missouri.
I went to Monette.
I sung there for 7 years every Friday, and I had so many veterans come in there and just hang out with us and chill. And I am who I am, and I never once it was no big deal. I think he was scared of me because I wore a lot of black at that moment in time.
Man, you're talking about a different level of vulgarity. I mean, extremely, sometimes extremely entertaining, because it's wow. That was good. I enjoyed that. Where did you come up with that, Bird? Because his name was Bird. And the reason we called him Bird was when he got really drunk on bourbon, or he would start cawing.
That was good.
Yeah, it was. You want a cracker?
He said, back rap, man, we used to just string you up by your pecker. We just cut it right off. Yeah. We don't get no shit. That's just how he was, man.
Dude, literally, that's why this show is Everything Yet Nothin. What?
True story.
Oh, okay. So, and that reminded me when he said pecker. I will tell you guys. My dad he enjoys to tell this story. So when my brother was in the hospital, when he first woke up, my dad was in there for just days and days, and he was just like, please Trey, wake up. I just wake up for me. And actually, I mean, like he was talking to him, and he woke up. So he kind of came out of this little coma. But the very first thing that came out of his mouth, he goes, "Hey, Dad, do I still have my dick?" Like he just wanted to make sure that, he just wanted to make sure. But and my dad did let him know. Yes, he did. So anyone else that is wondering, he did. A bullet went really close to it, but he managed to keep that.
Hey.
Dang.
And I will give my father. I'll give him a shout out. Because he wrote a children's book. Oh, I grabbed it because I was going to show you guys. Well, he wrote a children's book called My Daddy's Heart is Purple. And it's a very colorful book that really explains to younger kids for any age. Here we go. I got it right here. So that's his book right there. And it's available on Amazon and everything. It explains to kids what a Purple Heart is. And what veterans are, Purple Heart, Gold Star family, essentially, and it talks about losing a parent. So it's really good. It's good. I recommend it. If I'm going to try to get it in a few veteran places here in Branson for him this year, but definitely if you're interested, just go to Amazon and search My Daddy's Heart is Purple.
That's awesome.
That is absolutely awesome.
Yeah, and March 15th. So March 15th is my birthday. I will be in the coffee shop, work for like 12 hours, and I am hosting an auction. I'm looking for donations of items that people would want to auction off. 100% of the proceeds are going to the PTSD movie, Pray They Stand Down, that we originally were supposed to shoot almost 3 years ago. Then, of course, all this stuff happened, and I'm doing a full script rewrite. But I'm trying to raise $5,000 so I can shoot a major war scene for the movie, and I can finally complete a trailer. And also I have really, really big announcements about that movie, but I can't say anything until March 15th. But I invite you and all your followers and Sharpie, dude, stop by. I'll be there until 9 p.m. And also, if I get 1,000 followers on my new TikTok, Coffee Shop Dog, 1,000 followers by March 14th, then I have to wear a dress the entire day in my coffee shop while live stream. Yeah, I have to wear the dress, and we already have it because I had to wear it once before for Pray They Stand Down for another thing. When I raised $10,000 wearing that dress, dude. So I think I can raise 5,000. So wearing a dress, but I'm almost there, dude. I'm almost at 1,000 followers on TikTok. So.
You're going to be looking real good there, Poppy.
Oof. It's going to be wild. But anyway, yeah, I really hope you guys come out. So that's all I got to say. That's everything that I filled you guys in. I just want to hang with Sharpie now.
All right.
Dude, I'm telling you, I was actually looking up. Do you know Louis from the songwriting contest?
Who? Which one?
Louis?
Yeah, I believe so.
He does that. I believe it's hold on. You guys keep talking. Let me look up this information.
Okay.
All right.
I needed some blueberry lemon juice. That is some good stuff, dude. Blueberry lemon juice.
I need some pomegranate wine.
Huh? Seems good. But yeah, dude, Sharpie, he's a cool cat to hang out with. I don't know. Have you guys hung out before? I know you've met, right? Or no?
Yeah, we hung out at the radio station.
I mean, besides that.
No,
but
not yet. We're going to.
Okay.
No, we
Cool,
haven't
man.
yet. Soon.
We're going to.
Yeah, well, and T-Roy and Kevin, those are like my bros. Those guys, hanging out with them, dude, they're totally different when that camera's not rolling.
But that's it. But that doesn't really change much, man. It's the same persons, man. Like that's the best part,
yeah.
you know. Now this is called choose. It's called Choose to Live. Choose to live, never suicide. neversuicide.org. Choose to
Okay,
live.
yeah,
And
I'm very familiar with that site. Wait, is that's not his site, is it?
I believe that's his organization. So it's
Really? Wow.
choosetolive.org. Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm
And
gonna have to go to that. I mean, I'm gonna have to talk to him because I'm familiar with the organization. So that's really neat. Small
yeah,
world,
he
Branson. We have such a major, just a veteran community here,
Yeah.
and the support
Big.
is great.
yeah, I just wanted to plug him real quick because a lot of I really believe in what they're doing. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So
Plug yourself too while you're at it, Sharpie.
my name is Chris Sharp. I'm a singer songwriter, audio engineer. You're not supposed to call yourself a producer because someone's supposed to call you a producer first. But I do writing, arranging, music. I own a studio right off the strip here in Branson, Missouri, over by Applebee's and Famous Dave's.
And a producer.
Hey, okay, yes. See, you said it. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Hey, now you're official, bro.
Hey, it's because of you.
Yeah. So
You got a good voice, too.
Close to the end of the show. So I would like for Mr. Sharpie to grab his guitar.
Okay.
And play some of what you were playing if you would like.
Yo, is GMFD coming on?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, not today.
No.
Well, there. Shout out to GMFD.
Yeah, GMFD.
That's a veteran and his boss.
We're gonna go out with this wonderful song from Mr. Chris.
All right, I'm throwing the headphones off. I have a feeling it's probably going to sound better that way. All right, can you hear me?
Yep.
All right. Now this song took me a couple years to write. I wrote it about my grandfather and all of the things that he taught me, and it's kind of like that realization when you realize the man that you want to be. It's
right.
It's that okay. Well, who do when you're a kid? Well, I want to be an artist, man. I want to be a painter. Well, when you start getting older, you start realizing, well, what kind of man do I want to be? Well, I always wanted to be like Grandpa. So I wrote this song. It's about my family, my upbringing. It's called "The Man I Want to Be." I was raised a working man, earn a dollar any time I can. Sometimes life just ain't fair. Dad said, get a job and cut that hair. Back in the sticks where I grew up, my old man toughened me up. And if I made a mistake, the belt would be the price. Not saying my dad was never nice. Taught me to fish, taught me what's right. Told me to hold your loved ones tight. When I look back, reminisce, oh, the days I surely miss. He raised me right. Now I say, the man I wanna be. A grandpa's house built on the side of a hill. Broke his screen door, thought be the next that he killed. Dad taught me to fix it with some tools and elbow grease. Put my old granddad at peace. 40 years in the service, he paid his dues. He said you might lose friends, but your family you'll never choose. Taught me to fish, taught me what's right. Told me to hold your loved ones tight. When I look back, reminisce, all the days I surely miss. He raised me right. Now I see the man I want to be. Love is patient, love is kind. I've got a family and a life. I know the best is yet to come. No, I'm not done. As the days went by, the years went fast. He always had a story about times from the past. He spent his time in the Word. There's only one good book, one good book. Oh, he set us down, made us take a look. He didn't talk too much, but we knew what he meant. Grandpa never cared about the money we spend. He told me how he felt when no one was around. Oh, he talked with Jesus till he hit the ground. Taught me to fence, taught me what's right. Told me to hold your loved ones tight. When I look back, reminisce, oh, the days I surely miss. He raised me right. Now I see the man I wanna be. He's the man I wanna be. The man I see is the man I wanna be. Whoop, whoop. Let me put I can hear you guys. Hold on one second. For some reason, I lost audio.
Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
No, that's because T-Roy has his thing muted because he always forgets to unmute it.
No, it's okay.
Everywhere.
That is called my husband. Like, he loves fired it again. Like, I fired his ass all the time because he loves doing that.
Dude, hey Sharpie, I gotta say, bro, I haven't heard that. That's really cool. I would love to jam with you on that, man. I would love to like maybe lay some percussion or something on it. I don't know.
Yeah, I actually have it fully done, but it's like one of those things. Well, it's like one of those things. It's got these steel guitars that kind of come in.
Cool. Okay.
But it's like any song that you'll ever record in your life. It's dude, like, is it done?
Is it public? Is it private? Like, or can you send it to me?
I actually, hold on. So I'm gonna go ahead and plug myself. So here we go. Can you read it?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Right there. There you go. 417-393-5105.
All right. So Chris Sharp is 1987 at gmail.com. Chris Sharp is 1987. That's because I was born in 1987, by the way. Just in case
never would have guessed that ever.
If you email me, I will give that song to you for free. And I am plugging that right now just to kind of get the word out with my stuff.
Absolutely.
Say your email one more time. Chris is 1987, right? Chris
Sharp, so that's CHRISSHARPE.
Okay.
IIS 1987 at gmail.com.
That's easy to remember. All right.
Chris Sharp is 1987 at gmail.com. Thank you.
Whoa.
Chris Sharp is 1987 at gmail.com.
That's correct.
Put a banner up.
Song request.
Yeah, send it to me, bro, and I'll send it to you, bro.
To have that song.
I need to. See, this is the thing, is on the business side, you just pump the song out. But on the artist side, I never release anything. I probably should.
No, dude, that definitely SoundCloud it and get on. We can talk about that for day. I was supposed to have a meeting with Chris this week, and I couldn't because this week has been the week from hell that we've been battling. But it's okay. We're gonna defeat it. But
Dude, it's okay, man. I get it. I was telling you, it's like I'm taking care of grandma, so I
right,
understand
right.
hard times, man. I get it.
Well, I think this upcoming Tuesday, if you're still available, I would love to have that meeting.
Let's do it, bro.
Let's do
I mean,
it.
I don't know. I'll check my calendar. I'm pretty sure I'm free, bro.
Oh, and T-Roy,
Yo.
but we need to shout out. You did some work with me today.
Yeah.
So
actually did.
so we can say that, dude, from Marshall Howden, Sharpie?
Yes,
Yeah.
he's running for
Alderman,
That's right.
Ward 1, yeah.
Yes,
So
he's a very nice guy, man. He's
he
awesome.
is. Well, T-Roy and we shot his campaign video today.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so we're really excited. So look out for that. Hopefully in the next couple of days we'll have it. But that's a guy that I'm going to officially introduce you guys, because Marshall Howland's also the ambassador to the shows, and he's got a lot of connections as well. And I think with his vision that he has right now, might be a surefire way to help launch your studio even bigger and to get those clients, because, man, he's got some stuff coming up, and I'm saying that publicly only because I want people to get excited about all the stuff that's coming up to Branson. But specifically, you would be someone that should go talk to him.
Now, see, I work personally with the songwriters, and my passion is in original music, and it's what I push very hard, because I believe that us as creators, I think that there need to be more of those out there, and not that there's anything wrong with singing other people's music, but I really want to help the artists find themselves.
Right.
Well,
who am I?
Cool to have a Third Eye Blind cover band. I'm not even kidding.
Listen here, boy.
That would be cool.
It would be cool.
I do like Third Eye Blind. Don't even start that, bro.
I know you want to do it.
Well,
hey man, we do on the street corner with some buckets and an acoustic, bro. I'm in.
There you go.
Sign me up.
Do it.
With that note, the show is over. Thank you very much, Chris Sharp. If you want to,
hey, no problem. Thanks for.
If you want to stay in the back for a little bit, second.
You want to come backstage?
Yeah. Then
we're
yeah, sure, bro.
Doobie.
Yeah, dude, hand it up, bro.
Right.
Here you go.
Hold on. I got it. Hold on. No, you're. Oh God.
Yeah. Did you
so much stress? I dropped it.
Bro, hold on. No, it's right there. It's right there.
Oh my God. Your shirt's burning, bro.
Dude, it smells like popcorn. Is that?
That's so funny that you say that. See, proof.
Oh God, the irony. Sorcery. Hey, thanks for having me on here, man. I had a great time.
We did too. Can't wait to have you back on, man.
What the hell?
I'm excited, bro.
Yeah, but you have a good time, and I'll see you in a sec.
Yeah, get off. Somebody got in your comments.
All right, well, let's.
Yeah.
Move the finger. Anyways, while we're figuring this out, how do you do that?
So while we're figuring this out, like some I guess scammers got on my shit. So we're like,
all right, don't
boom in their ass. Anyways.
All right, we're good now. I blocked
We are all good. There you have it. With Mr. Chris Sharp and Damian Porfirio and Mr. Jason.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for your service, Jason. Thank you for coming on.
And
I didn't even say bye to Damien. So, Damien, I'm going to say bye to you real quick.
Bye, Damien.
Bye, Damien.
Bye. I love you guys.
I can't hear you.
Your audio is not on. And
your
this time
audio's
it's not our fault.
Yeah.
It is on.
Still, though.
Chris is going like this. He's like saying bye, Damien. Bye. All right.
Bye, bye. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.
So, there you have it.
And
I just got to say, thank you very much, Chris, for coming on the show and sharing your story and some of your life with us. I really appreciate that. And Chris will be back on in about 4 to 5 weeks with
the day after 420.
Some stuff. Like, we're going to talk about him and where he came from and just all kinds of stuff that he wants to talk about. We got all kinds of things to cover, and yeah, I'm excited to actually meet up with him here soon and go over some interview good moments. And so yeah, definitely check him out because he's freaking phenomenal and he will do you right.
Gotta love the Midwestern goodbyes.
All right. And thank you, Damien Porfirio, for coming on and sharing your story. I'm sure that it took a lot for you to actually open up and share that with us, and I really appreciate that. I'm sure that you touched some others out there, and you, I'm sure, helped tremendously on with what you have went through along with your family and friends. And yeah, thank you very much, man. I love you. And thank you again, Jason, for serving and doing you.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate
catch
it.
him on the bipolar DM.
And you can catch him on the bipolar DM.
Mm-hmm.
So, peace and love, and be a rainbow and help somebody else be a rainbow.
Thank you for joining T. Roy and a special guest here on Everythin Yet Nothin. Tune in next Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central for another episode you won't want to miss. Until next time, be a rainbow in someone's life.
Like and follow us on Facebook at WLFE DB Radio.
Oh, shit. Hey, what's up? Come on.